the question, why are you leaving your current job, can be really tough because you want to be honest, but you also want to be professional. And that can be really hard to balance the two. So that's what we're talking about in today's video. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Brittany Hayles, and I'm the coach that helps you gain the confidence to go after everything you want during your career. So in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through a two-step formula on how to answer the question, why are you leaving your current job? In an honest but professional manner. And then on top of that, if you're preparing for an interview, which I'm pretty sure you are, which is why you're here, that's what this channel is all about. I have an entire playlist with like 15 videos on how to prepare for your next interview. So make sure you watch that one right after this. Let's get started. So the first part to answering this question is by saying this. What I'm looking for next in my career is a place that fosters fill in the blank, and my current role does not offer fill in the blank. Now, please remember that this sentence is a template, which means that you're going to have to adjust the wording to your specific situation and also in the way that you speak in order for it to come off natural. And the other thing that you want to keep in mind is that you are going to have to fill in those blanks. Now, how you fill in those blanks is through reverse thinking. So what I want you to do is think about, why are you actually leaving your job? Like, what is actually driving you crazy currently about your current job? What do you not like about it? Like, why are you actually leaving? What's the honest reason? Then what you're gonna do is think about what the opposite of that reason would look like. What would it be? Who would it be? What kind of career would that look like? And that is what you fill in that blank with. Let's say that in your current job, they provided you with zero training. So you ended up having no idea what you were doing half of the time, which is almost every job. Then you would honestly, in this answer, talk about you're looking for a job that does provide training. So what you then say is that I'm looking for a place that invests in training their employees for success. And in my current role, they're not an expert in that, which is why I'm looking for a company that is. Simple, straight to the point, not shady, professional, and you were honest, you kept it real. Now let's say another example is that you have a horrible boss who is texting you out of work hours, calling you out of work hours, literally expecting you to show up out of work hours, which is unacceptable, by the way, and watch my channel to find out why. You are not going to say in that interview, oh my God, my boss is so horrible, I'm running away from them. No. So here's what you would say. What I'm looking for next in my career is a company that values work-life balance. And right now, my current company is still struggling with that balance. As you can see, I was straight to the point. I was honest, I wasn't shady, and I kept it real, but also professional. I didn't talk about my boss, I didn't talk about whatever. I just take it to a high level of, they are not providing me the work-life balance that I need. But obviously what you really want to say is, I don't know why they're texting me outside of work hours when I'm trying to live my life. After 5 o'clock, don't message me, but you're not gonna say that. Now, there are cases where you were laid off from your current job or fired from your current job, and that's why you are in that interview today. And to be honest, if you were laid off, just be honest about it. Just say that your company had an economic downturn and you were unfortunately a product of that. You don't need to go into detail. It is what it is. Move on. If you were fired, you do not need to tell them that you were fired. Go back to what we were talking about before. Think about what you did not like about that job. Turn it into a positive, saying this is what you are looking for. So it's essentially the same thing. You do not want to go into detail about being laid off or being fired for legal reasons, one, and two, because you really don't have to. It's really none of their business. You're here for the new job, so what's up? Now, the second part of this question goes like this. I know that fill in the company values fill in the blank based off of my research or conversation with fill in the blank, and I appreciate that. This is where you get to gas up the company a little bit and bring it back to them. Whenever you get asked a question that pulls the interview away from you and the company, you want to pull it back to them, and that's where this opportunity comes in. Because here you're going to start talking about, this is what I'm looking for next in my company. My current company doesn't do a good job at that, but I know based off of my research or speaking with a certain person that y'all know how to do that, and I appreciate that. Again, the biggest thing to keep in mind here is to change around the words, make them malleable, change them to your own verbiage or your own vocabulary and your speaking terms in your situation, or else this answer will sound robotic. Very important. Now, to fill in that first fill in the blank is obvious. You're going to be filling it in with the company that you're currently interviewing for and talking with. Now, to fill in that second fill in the blank, which is what they value, you'd be using the same exact example from before. So if you know that you're looking for a work-life balance, you would say, I know that they value work-life balance. Same concept, same idea. This is what you're looking for, and you know this is what they value. Now that final fill in the blank is gonna be literally based off of your research or based off a conversation with. So you're basically providing them with evidence or an example that they actually do value work-life balance, that they do value career growth, that they do value whatever it is that you're looking for. And that value is based off of your own research or an actual conversation with someone at the company. So let's go back to that balance example, because that is what typically a lot of people tend to have a hard time with, is balance. Let's say that you are looking for balance in your next company, and you know that they offer that based off a conversation with people who work there. This is how it would go. I know that this company values work-life balance because I've had countless conversations with actual employees who've told me about the 4-day work week and other work-life benefits. That's it. Or let's say you're a Black woman like myself, and most companies historically do not promote Black women at a high rate at all. So what you're looking for next in your career is a place that values career growth. You know, you want to let them know in your answer that you have done your research or have spoken to somebody who can confirm that. Here's how it would go. I know that this company values career growth because I recently read an article where you all established a program that is dedicated to promoting women of color into leadership positions, and I appreciate that. You see how you did there? You let them know exactly what you're looking for, why are you leaving your current job, and the evidence that proves that they can provide that for you. And you brought it back to you and them instead of your old job. Now, what I love about this second part of the question is that this video is so much deeper than answering this question. It's actually a point of reflection. A lot of y'all, including myself, continue to keep putting ourselves in positions in that companies and in jobs that do not value us, that are not worthy of us, and are literally the same exact situation we were before, just with a different name, okay? And so this second part of this question really requires you to sit down and reflect. What are you essentially running from in your old job that you're looking for to resolve in your next job? If you cannot find evidence and you cannot speak to somebody who can confirm that that problem is going to be resolved, why are you really interviewing there? Why are you really applying there, right? Like that's the real tea here, right? So finally, I want to show y'all a real life example of what answering this question in an actual live interview would sound like. So let's say you're going back to school part-time and your current job does not support that financially or support it at all, and you're looking for a job that does. Here's what your answer would look like. What I'm looking for next in my career is a job that values higher education, and my current employer just doesn't have the capacity to do that. And I know that here at HubSpot, y'all not only support higher education, but also support it financially. And I really appreciate that. And as you can see here, I even switched up the template a little bit because I didn't add, the whole based on my own research or after talking to somebody. I just, use a I didn't even explain it. I just said, I know this is what y'all do. Because it can really be that simple. And the more you practice this question, the more it's just gonna come across in a really natural, fluid speaking way. Now that we're at the end of this video, I do want y'all to remember that practice makes perfect. So practice answering this question. And when I say practice, that does not mean memorize the question. And I say this in every one of my interview videos. You never want to memorize an answer to a question, because when you get into the interview, you're going to psych yourself out that you're not remembering it. You just want to remember the experiences, those things that you're going to use to fill in the blank. That's what you really want to remember, not the entire answer. And the second thing is to keep it concise, okay? 30 seconds to 45 seconds. If you are longer than that, that means you are telling a story. And like I said, for legal reasons, you do not want to get into extreme detail. And also, to be honest, you're taking that interview away from being able to talk about you. And so please remember that I'm also a career coach, which means I'm also an interview coach, and I would be happy to help you prepare for your next interview. I've helped so many people land six-figure jobs through mock interview and just honestly gain the confidence that they need to go throughout. Even someone emailed me the other day and was like, you have no idea how much confidence I gained through our mock interview. That keeps me doing this. If you want to work with me one-on-one in a mock interview, you can email me below at info@haylesconsulting.com, or you can also go down in the description box where you can just set up time with me right now. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Please do not forget to share this with anyone who you know is preparing for an interview or a job search. Comment down below what other questions just absolutely stump you during interviews. I want to make sure that I show y'all the best way of how to answer those, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.